Thousands of dogs and cats, hungry, homeless and abandoned. Over the past year, they have increased by 60% in Ukraine. In January 2023, the Ukrainian Public Opinion Research Center Sotsinform conducted a census of animals in shelters. 26,000 dogs and about 19,500 cats were registered. Among them, there are many pets that were abandoned by their owners during the evacuation. The situation is simply critical. Due to the lack of medicines, medical products, sterilization, vaccination and shipping of animals in the frontline regions are practically suspended. To help, USAVA equipped the landing veterinarian force to the front line of Ukrainian cities. This time the route is following Odesa, Kherson and Mykolaiv. We start with our guests from our friends, partners. We pack more than a ton of dry food into a high-speed vehicle. But that's not all. We know that the place where we go, medicines are extremely important. We fill in every gap with supplies. This is the shelter in Odesa, Kovcheg. Liudmyla Obertynska has been working here for more than 21 years. The establishment is maintained on the donations of those who care. All these animals, in most of the cases, are the result of human irresponsibility, inaction, pseudo-humanity, when the owners adopt the animal and do not sterilize it, and then throw away the newborn puppies. There are more than 1,500 dogs here. There are a little more than 500 in this area. There are also dogs and cats in the second part of the shelter over there, about 800 in total. We do not count them every day. The quantity changes, it increases. Animals are not adopted quickly. We leave gifts from our friends in the shelter: food, medicines and vitamins. We promise to come again. We would like to inform the administrator that the USAVA-based program currently provides full reimbursement for the cost of vaccinations and antiparasitic drugs, helping with feeding as well. And this is the second part of the Kovcheg shelter. 100 cats and almost as many dogs live in here. When the war started, our animals tripled. The hard work has begun. There was a lot of food needed. Medicines, a lot of medicines were needed for treatment. In total, a lot of things were used. Military brought animals to us. People brought animals to us. Animals were left in front of our doors. They were tied to the poles. We were left with no choice. The shelter now needs virtually everything, from food to warm things, says the following. We don't have a stock of food, and we don't have a stock of tick or fleece treatment products for animals. We try to do it once every 3 months, but we have limited opportunities, so we only do this treatment every 6 months now. Further along the route are veterinary clinics in Odesa. You will receive free care, shipping, rabies vaccination and neutering. Under the IFAW and USAVA program initiated by the Ukrainian Association of Small Animal Veterinarians, veterinarians only need to submit an application to USAVA to receive assistance. Pet owners can do the same.
USAVA-based is support of animals and veterinary medicine doctors in Ukraine. Free vaccination, chipping, sterilization and castration become possible thanks to support our partner IFAW. We are immensely grateful for opportunity to participate in the program.
Today in Odesa, free sterilization and neutering of our 4-legged animals is carried out in 3 clinics: Aist, Vet Premier and Dar. Today, according to the IFAW and USAVA program, more than 1 animal was operated here. Currently, this 4-legged friend has been sterilized at the Dar vet clinic. This is really huge help, especially for those people who cannot pass by a sick and hungry animal.
Vets of Ukraine and of Odesa are very grateful for IFAW and USAVA for supporting and help in such hard times. We appreciate it.
Further along the route is the way to the liberated, indomitable Kherson. This is the Zoo Imperia Vet Clinic. Today, as always, there are many visitors. Cats and dogs are in line, all for an appointment to Dr. Alexander Shevchenko. Currently, a program for neutering, sterilization and vaccination of homeless animals is being conducted in Kherson. This is all thanks to USAVA, based on 4 Posts Veterinary Association. Olena Kagaruitska house is next to the Antonivsky Bridge. Before the full-scale invasion, the woman helped to give birth in kennels. Now she saves 4-legged friends in the Kherson region near the front. I help to carry out operations on sterilization, neutering, and removal of neoplasms. I want to recommend the BASED program to all doctors and anyone who can help animals. And these are animals that survived the occupation. And here the situation is critical. This is part of the shelter. And the other part is in the occupied part of the Kherson region. At the moment, everything is rather hard to be done there. We now really need food, vaccines, medicines, cages, carrying bags. We are going from Kherson to Chernobyevka. On our way, near the crushed Russian tanks, we meet them. Exhausted and hungry. We open a bag of food for them. How do you get past here? Next, we drive up to the dog kennel Dniprovsky Solnce. But for the occupiers, it is obviously a military object. The yard is littered with shrapnel from shells. Even during the interview, you can hear the occupiers sending missiles to Ukrainian land. Chernobyevka, our glorious Chernobyevka. On November 11th, a projectile flew into our house,
Снаряд в дом залетел как раз через
flew through the roof. It broke through
Пробил
2
два
floors and into the room to the
собакам.
dogs.
Девятка
The next
где-то
missile
вряд ли
arrived on
вот
December the
с
9th.
другой стороны.
From another side, from a mortar. It gutted another roof. Currently, the situation here is extremely difficult. We need everything, and at once. And we need it already yesterday, including the consultation of specialists. And among our team, we have veterinarian Leonid Stoilov. He examines a couple of animals, gives recommendations for treatment. Next, we provide gifts from USAVA.
Помощь
Colossal help with
колоссальная,
food and
карманные
veterinary drugs.
препараты.
Chips. This is all, which is very important. Meanwhile, our doctor Leonid Stoilov is vaccinating some dogs from Chernobyevka.
Присядете или нет? Ага. Слегка. Ой, 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 ой. Все, да. We wanna say thank you, American Veterinary Medical Foundation, for your help. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much for this, because you help and we help a lot of animals here, and thank you so much. Thank you.
And this is Shevchenkova village. There are only a few surviving houses here, which are still standing. It's still under the fire from the Russian invaders. But there are people which did not leave, because they take care of homeless dogs and cats. This is Viktor Kornienko. His gates are cut by fragments of mines and shells. Here you may see up to 8 dogs. Usually there are around 10 which come here to eat, and then they just run away. Thank you, USAVA, for the help with food and for dogs and cats. Now many people have left, and we need to feed them. Next on our route is Mykolaiv region. The road to Luparevo is empty. Obviously, that's because of proximity to Ochakov, where Kingsburg's pit is located. The shelter called the Soul of a Tramp existed here for more than 10 years. I'm not growing all of that for myself, don't believe me. I grow beets, carrots, zucchini, and I dry it and add it to the dog's food. And this is the founder of the shelter called Soul of a Tramp, Olga Volkova. Our shelter has existed for 11 years. The title is Soul of a Tramp. There are different animals here. Cats, dogs, raccoons, hedgehogs. They're actually hibernating now. There are snakes, vipers. In this shelter, animals are saved from people. Some because of the war, some because of the indifference, abandoned. And you know, they wanted to shoot this great guy, for example. People wanted to shoot a dog. I said, please do not shoot, I will take care. All the dogs are saved. Yes, yes. Dear good girl, Chuponka. The animals here are well cared for. Some are enclosures. The wooden floor in the enclosure is covered with hay to keep them from freezing. And this is red-haired great guy, Vasily Ivanovich. He always goes and does what he wants and where he wants. And loves people very much. He himself jumped on the shoulders of our doctor. This cat was thrown away. Kira was running through a minefield. The military brought this cat and said, take it away because this cat might blow up. Here are some fields which are mined. She takes care of them 24 hours a day. But she could not save all the animals. Many dogs have died due to the shelling. The shells flew in here. Dogs were hiding, animals were hiding in their enclosures and the cages. They were searching for protection. But you see, you cannot find protection from the Russian peace anywhere. 3 dogs died in my arms. They were all still alive, but we could not save them. Animals were simply torn apart by shells. This dog was thrown over the fence. Sasha Logvinova sterilized her for us. We named her Lusinka. Hey Lusinka, show your tummy. Yes, already sterilized. Many animals were under the care of Olga Volkova. Previously, she says she always handled everything herself, and now she admits without the help it's hard to do. In these difficult times, support is extremely important. Our shelter wants to thank from the bottom of our hearts, from all the hearts of hate and fury, to our company USAVA with the BASE program for help with food, shampoos, medicines, vaccines. It is extremely important. Thanks a lot. This company program gives hope and a feeling that we are not alone and we are doing the right thing. Mykolaiv is the last on our trip. Here we meet with the doctors of the VetGrant outpatient clinic. Despite the war, they did not abandon their lives' work. They continue to treat and to rescue animals. A local resident came to the reception with his four-legged pet.
Thank you very much for your help. Your program is help us to feed and provide healthy life for our animals. For now, we need more food and medical support. Thank you very much. Regards.
Here we take care of both those who have owners and the homeless. For such vet clinics, 4POS and USAVA program currently operates. Vaccination and sterilization points for homeless animals have been created on their basis. All costs are covered by 4POS and USAVA. Thanks to the BASE and 4POS program, we provide free vaccinations, sterilization and chipping of homeless animals at our clinic. Heroic people who were not afraid of the war and did not flee to the world for their own lives, but remained in their native country in the times of war. And most importantly, they save lives every day for their four-legged friends. Our four-legged friends also need support. For them exists another program of USAVA which is financed by AVMF. This is help to those who suffered as a result of the war. Among other things, the reconstruction of the vet clinics which were damaged by hostilities. The most important thing now, both for the animals and for us, is our peace, our victory. Everyone is fighting on their own front. We hope for further cooperation with these organizations, because we want to help, to do good, to be useful, to do what we are doing for our lives. We meet desperate women on the street near VetGrant. They take care of homeless dogs and cats. They save their four-legged friends under fire from the Russian hail and calibers. They are the only ones who contacted us in advance and ordered everything necessary for shelters. Irina Kostyuchenko says that her wards have increased many times over the past year. Many people fleeing from the war abandoned their four-legged friends, their animals, and she was hiding those animals, because simply cannot be otherwise. We are currently trying to sterilize as much as possible in order to reduce the number of homeless animals in the city of Mykolaiv. And very grateful to USAVA for 4POS. Thanks to their efforts, fewer animals will die on the streets. We really need anti-flea medication, antihelmintics, antibiotics, vitamins. Huge thanks for that. Now we can save even more lives. We want to save those lives. We have dedicated our lives to saving animals. We are trying to make the world a better place. We are approaching a victory. Good over the evil. We want Ukraine to win and for us to live in a free country. Glory to Ukraine! We need to remain human under any circumstances. When shells, bullets, shrapnel fly, we do not save just our lives, we also save animals' lives. Those who have already been betrayed by people, Odesa, Kherson, Chernobyevka, Shevchenkova, Luparev and Mykolaiv, all of that really impressed us, and now they showed how much work is still ahead of us. To be continued.